special good evening good afternoon to all our viewers on our various platforms. We do apologize for the delay in transmission. We wanted to help you in keeping your devices charged as much as possible, especially those of you in Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Carriacou. Most individuals would not know Carriacou, or rather the Grenadines of St. Vincent. That is, we're dealing with Bequia, Mustique, Canawan, and all those small chain islands that makes up St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They are on the hurricane beating at this time. Prime Minister Deacon is reporting major damage in Grenada as we speak, and we're going to be keeping you informed to the brethren over in St. Lucia. They are experiencing the effects of this hurricane. They were downgraded earlier this morning to a storm warning. The storm warning is not too far from the hurricane warning, and so we're going to ask all to continue to exercise extreme caution. Please follow the advice of the government of St. Lucia and the local authorities on the island, Nemo. Follow the advice of the professionals and stay put, friends. There is no need for you to be outside doing anything at this point. It is dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. It's a Category 4 hurricane or even a storm for the island of St. Lucia. Our prayer goes out to the citizens of the countries that are affected. We have photographs from Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Lucia coming into our news desk here at Caribbean American News platform. Most of you would have seen many of them, so we're not reporting anything new to you. You can call us at 929-586-1821 and let us know what is going on in your community. What are you seeing? What are you experiencing? Just call us and let us know. The Prime Minister of St. Lucia spoke to the citizens this morning on the national television network, and we here at Caribbean American News, we are just coming on to the scenes. Shed a light, friends, tag a friend. Let us know what is happening. For those of you in the diaspora, let us know if you have made contact with your families, with your relatives. I have not made any contact as yet, but I am reading the family chat, and it seems like that no one is injured. They're hanging in there by the grace of God. So I'm going to ask you, friends, as you log into the system, please share the live, tag a friend. If you come across ads, those are sponsored ads. As you know, we have sponsored ad from the Meta platform, and our page is officially recognized as of a few weeks ago as a legit platform that Facebook is able to share with all people. All right, so that's why I said to you, it is not a declassé platform. It is not a platform that insults or humiliate people. It is one of the best assets that we have right now on the political field. But outside of that, folks, I want to greet everyone, all the welcome to the platform. We are all one people in the Caribbean, and we are praying and hoping that all our brothers and our sisters are doing well, and no one is injured. It is okay for your property to be damaged. That is concrete, galvanized, wood, and steel and sand. That can be replaced, but your life, friends, your life is very important. It was given to you to be managed. And so you are to satisfy God with long life by taking care of your bodies, following the advice of the officials there on the ground. There is no need to go out and do anything. If you want to look for crabs, you can look for crabs after the hurricane, not now. Let the hurricane go. The crabs will come out in time to eat. All right? The animals will be okay. and a human life is more valuable than an animal life, than the life of an animal. Okay, so we have some still pictures that we will be uploading. Our system is a little bit slow today. Sorry about that. Our system is a little slow today, but we ask to bear with us. And so these are footage that are coming out from some of these platforms. We're going to be logging in to our WhatsApp channel so that we can bring to you some of the developments out there. So you're going to see live feed from our WhatsApp group coming to you on the platform, all right? This is not a joke, friends. This is serious business. Thank you, Ms. Ward. Thank you so much. And I'm trying to get some of the photos that you have placed out there. And to all those who are logging in, thank you so much for being here. This is what we're here. This is what we're all about, friends. Yes, I believe this is somewhere in Grenada. We will get some feed over from St. Vincent at the appropriate time. Okay, we're getting some feed coming in on the regular WhatsApp, but we'll keep feeding them to you as they become available. Just bear with us. Bear with us. Yes, we're getting back onto the WhatsApp platform, so you can always send the information over there to us. We're going to upload it one time so that our folks can view some of the pictures that we're seeing. Let me try to blow it up in a way that you can. Our system is it has just gone slow this morning, but I think it's upset with me. I should have been on earlier, but I got up so early and I was tired because we had the Flubble elections and everything else, and so just bear with us, folks. Bear with us as we try to get the system in place, all right? So these are some of the pictures that we're seeing. Folks, you can call at 929-586-1821. You can call 929-586-1821. Let us know what is happening in your area. Ian, it was nice meeting you yesterday. More still fashionable, but it's all well. I will forgive you by sunset today. But all right, folks, just keep sharing. Let's hope all our brothers and sisters are okay. What we try to do on this platform is to pull information from different sources, pull it into one, so that you wouldn't have to be jumping from site to site. These are pictures from Grenada, I believe. All right, let's go over to Barbados. We're not sure what these people are doing out in the weather, risking their lives, and this is what we ask folks to avoid. There is nothing you can do for this boat in the weather. Absolutely nothing at all that can be done. You can't hold it back. You can't save your asset at this point. You just got to save your life. And to see these men trying to catch the boat and to pull it back, you cannot fight nature, friends. You cannot fight a hurricane. No human being can fight the hurricane. The hurricane hunter can fly into it, but can do nothing to it. All right? You got to secure yourself. As I said, there is no need for you to be out there. Listen to the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Listen to the Prime Minister of Grenada. Listen to the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, and all the other officials. You got to listen, friends. You got to pay attention. All right? You got to pay attention. But as I said, we would be going through all of the photographs that we had, the entries that we get so far. This is Denry. This is Denry. Just bear with me. We're going to be pulling stuff out as much as we can so that we can bring it over to you. For those of you with photographs, you can send it over to us, and we're going to be pulling it up live on the platform. In the meantime, you can call to let us know what is happening in your area. I would love to hear from our Grenadian brethren. I know they're going through a rough time now in our Vincentions. We have Lisa, whose family is in Grenada at this time. Lisa, so far my family Grenada are safe, thank God. Good, Lisa. It is good to know that your family, that they're doing well over there in Grenada, all right? So let's continue with our clips. We'll identify these areas soon because of the ad hoc way that I'm doing this. It will be difficult for me to identify the location and bring them to you. We want to get some news over from Denry. We're just waiting on some updates from Denry on our WhatsApp site. Remember, we just came on. It is 1:45 p.m. and you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform, and we're keeping you informed at this time. Remember, our system has slowed down a bit, so bear with us until it picks up. I believe there's an overload of graphics that we downloaded on it. Therefore, we got to clean it up very soon before it crashes, all right? So there we see galvanized. That looks like somewhere in the Grenadines. Could be Carriacou. Could be PT Martinique. Let us know where you're viewing from and what is going on in your area. We have Guyana. Scott is in Guyana. I don't think that much is going on in Guyana. Grenada, we need to know more, a little more from Grenada. And I want to make a statement on Grenada very shortly. Just bear with me. Let's just pull in some more of the scene here. Let's go back a bit. Remember, we're bringing this live through our WhatsApp feed. We're pulling it live as we go from our WhatsApp screen online. Again, this is Caribbean American News Media Platform at 1:41 p.m. and Caribbean of the nation of Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Carriacou, Peter Martinique. They are on the pounding, serious pounding from Caribbean American News Media Platform. Caller, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Brother Garfield. My name is everyone. I'm calling up from north at Bonte, and very, very, very windy. We're experiencing strong winds and Bonte at this present.
And Bonte is in St. Lucia.
Yeah, Grozily. Grozily.
Right. So tell us something about last night. What was your mood last night?
Well, last night it was not much activity because I slept very well, but into the morning, 3 hours of the morning, we had little rain, and I think about from 8 into 10, we had a lot of rain and strong winds. But last night was okay. But it's today, that all the activities are just, coming out. So
So right now
there
you
is
have a
no
lot of
rain right now.
rain. You have a lot of rain in
No, no,
Grocery.
no rain.
No
No
rain.
rain right now. Wind. The wind
Wind.
is strong. Wind. Strong wind. Yes.
And your property is secure. You are secure. Your families are secure.
Yes. Thank God for that. Yes, we are. Just a
Okay.
little debris in the yard.
Right.
But so far we are secure. But the winds are very strong and it is scary.
So let me ask you. So there is electricity. There is water.
Yes. Yes, I have electricity, I have water. The internet is like intermittent internet, it fluctuates.
Mm.
But so far we have water, electricity, the cable. We had a little outage in the cable, but it wasn't for long.
Mm.
And yes, all utilities, I can see that I have all those utilities. Thank God for that. That's why I'm able to speak to you via
Okay,
internet.
good, good. And one thing I must say, I must give kudos to the utility companies. At this
Mhm.
point, they are still up and running, and we're not sure what is going to happen in the next hour or so. But I believe that we should expect some outages, whether it's electricity or internet services.
Well, I hope not, especially for the electricity and water.
Yeah,
I hope not, because when you have stuff storage in your refrigerator, you would not want that to go bad. So that is very important to have the electricity on.
that's right, that's right. So we keep you in
I thank
prayer.
God for that.
Yeah. Yep,
Yes,
yep. The only thing I pray
appreciate that.
for, the only thing I pray for is that all the pork spoil and the rum.
I don't have pork in my fridge. I
Good.
don't think I have any pork.
I'm just playing with you, but that's good. But I'm happy that you're
I
you're
know, I
good.
know, I know.
I'm
I
happy that you're
appreciate the
okay.
program. I'm really good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
appreciate the
here to
program.
keep
Yeah,
your
thank
company.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And blessings to you, Brother
Blessings. Thanks for
Garfield.
calling.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay. Good. All right. That was one of our callers there in Saint Lucia, reporting no rain but strong wind, and she's reporting that it's a little scary for her right now. And thank God that this is happening during the day and not during the night. I'm concerned for the other islands. They're going to take a beating, I believe, as we get closer to sunset, and we are to keep them in our prayer. The worst thing is to lose your galvanize in the night. It is scary. No matter how strong you believe you are, it is scary. So we continue to keep your company, folks, here on the platform. We continue to pray for the people of the Caribbean, the Leeward Islands, the Windward Islands. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope that this monster just disappear off the backs of the people. But the people, many of them were in carnival mood, and some of them are still not praying. They don't care about prayer. They don't care about God, and no matter how nature strikes, people will be people. But I pray God that the hearts of men soften. But let's go back to our feed, our WhatsApp feed. If you send your information over to us, don't send it to 919. Send it to 347-623-9183. That will get it directly live on our program here. This is our live WhatsApp video feed. But our live number is 929-586-1821. That is going to get you on the air. Let's go out and go into some of the other chats to see what is coming in. Let's go over to Newspin chat to see what is happening here. There is something that just popped up. Yes. Wow, galvanized like paper on the electrical poles. This looked like St. Vincent. This would be St. Vincent, friends. 929-586-1821. That is the number to call. For those of you who have my our online WhatsApp number, and you really want to send the pictures there, do it. I will transfer them over to. We got some stuff coming out of Barbados. I'm going to forward it to our main feed, and then just permit me the time to do that. We're going to forward from our main feed over to our. Okay, just bear with me, folks. Just bear with me. We continue to monitor the development here, these developments. So you can send it at any number that you have for me. Okay, so we have some that just came in. We're going to be monitoring it, friends. And I want St. Lucians, even though that you're going to be experiencing a major storm in the country and not a hurricane, there are other countries that are under the gun with Beryl, Category 4 hurricane. Is a dangerous hurricane, and by the time it leaves the region, there will be a lot of damage. Some of us, I am sure that those of us who can travel after the hurricane, that we should try our best to go over to one of those islands, whether it's St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, to lend our help, whether it's at a hospital, at an agency, at a church, at a pantry. Let's see how we can organize and get our folks over to assist our brothers and our sisters. Let us know what is going on, friends. 929-586-1821. We would love to hear from you. We would love to hear from you, friends. These are pictures coming into our news desk. Again, let us know what is happening in your community, wherever you are. 929-586-1821. Your families would want to know that you're okay. You can always reach out to us at 929-586-1821. That is going to get you on the air. We are live also on our YouTube channel, Caribbean American News Media Platform. Remember, folks, that you would want to share with us. We have somebody from Barbados on our other line who is communicating with us, and we are going to be putting up those scenes very soon. We need someone from Grenada, our friend Clive in Grenada. We're hoping that you can send us some information. We're not seeing you on YouTube, which means that you might be at a shelter. A matter of fact, more than 2,000 plus in shelters in Grenada. And I want to say, let me just come over. Let's just get over to, let me just bring the feed over to me so that I can have a conversation with you, the citizens of the Caribbean. Let me just bring it over to me. Folks, I want to say to the Prime Minister Mitchell in Grenada. Now, both of us started off on a very rocky path. When you came over to St. Lucia and you make certain statements, I came at you, with all that I had. But I can say to Mr. Mitchell that I am proud of this young man. I am proud of this young Prime Minister and his commitment to keeping his people safe during this hurricane. Mr. Mitchell was out there providing information. He was at the command center. He did not go home. Every moment that he got, he was updating his people. He provided, a matter of fact, he provided all state assets. He made available all state assets to assist the people of Grenada. Mr. Mitchell this morning, he spoke to the shops and the supermarkets and the hardwares, and he said to them, give us your supplies. I've already spoken to the finance and everybody else. Use all of what you have to help the people, and we will take care of that. And this is the kind of leadership that I appreciate. We may not see on the same political eye, but I am proud of the Prime Minister of Grenada at this time. I am proud of this young man. There will be moments when I would not be proud, but this is a moment where he did I believe he outshined a lot of individuals during this hurricane, and it's not finished yet, and he's still shining. This man brought his people, opened the shelters early, and now he's trying to provide food and to ensure that people, get the supplies. Blankets were provided for his people there overnight, and he asked the RSS to send his troops back to Grenada. Yes, he told them nobody's going to stay in Barbados. No RSS from Grenada is going to stay in Grenada. You are coming home. We will need you at home. And so Barbados has an army. They have a local police force. There are other agencies in Barbados as a result of the cricket. But this man said, no, we need our people. And I am very proud of him at this time. I am very proud of Mr. Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. And I'm going to have an entire program to go through his management of the hurricane. All state asset was made available to the people of Grenada because it is their assets. And Mr. Mitchell is not saying, look, I will need this money for later and for this and that. He is going to spend the money necessary to ensure that Grenadians are okay. And I really appreciate that. So, Mr. Mitchell, I love both Mitchells, by the way, today. Right now, I love both Mitchells. Keith Mitchell and Deacon Mitchell. I love both of them. All right? And so today is a good day for Caribbean American News. We can come here to say that the Prime Minister of Grenada, he has done tremendously well in this matter. All right, so let's go back over to our WhatsApp feed. I believe I have some stuff over there. And then we will come back to deal with St. Lucia and some, I think it's time now for me to speak on some errors that I believe was made by officials there in St. Lucia. All right? Lisa say Young Mitchell is my guy. Congratulations, okay? All right, so I have something here from Caribbean American News platform. We're going to put it up on the air. I believe it's up now. All right, seems to have been a fire. That's in Barbados. This is Barbados. We reported now from Barbados. One of our contact has sent this to us. There's a fire somewhere in Barbados. We have some more coming out of Barbados. We await St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we are also being told that by Allison, welcome Allison Davis, she is saying members of the RSS from Barbados are also going to Grenada, and that's good. And what we found out is that St. Lucia, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, have also said that they're going to be watching. They will be doing their best to assist Grenada, and I think St. Vincent also. So what you're going to see going forward is a national CARICOM movement into these countries to assist them as much as they can. And I believe Prime Minister Pear will do his best to help these other countries after he will have to look after St. Lucia first, because St. Lucia is under the gun. The farmers, banana farmers and plantain farmers, are going to experience another setback. And that, my friends, it's something that, my heart is broken about. They have just recovered. The government had a crisis with boxes. They provided $1 million in support to the farmers. And here we go again. Farmers are going to be, disadvantaged. And it's a lot of work going forward. And St. Lucia is at a vulnerable stage now. The farming industry was almost, in some problems. And we pray and hope that our farmers will get the help. And we here at Caribbean American News, we will do what we can for poor families. We will do our best to bring people together so we can send aid into St. Lucia and Grenada and to countries that are in need. We will mobilize. We supposed to be collecting some Pampers again today. We will make our Pampers, our supplies available to the elderly homes in any of these countries that will need them. We are going to mobilize at some point to assist in the recovery process. Okay. But you can call us at 929-586-1821. Let us know what is going to happen. Let us know what is happening in your area. These are from Barbados, I believe. Let me see the colors. I know Barbados by the colors. Is this St. Lucia or Barbados? I believe I got this from our individual there in Barbados. Lisa says, I have some XL adult Pampers. Let me know where you are, Lisa. I can pick them up if you're in Connecticut, if you are in New Jersey, if you are in Long Island, Brooklyn, Staten Island. I can get them from you, Manhattan. But we're going to call you, those of you in the diaspora, to come together to help us to organize, get the help over to the people there in the region. Also, you're in Brooklyn, so I can get them from you, Lisa. So this is Grantley Adams Airport. I believe it is Grantley Adams Airport. Is currently shut down, and it looks like they're having some issues there with the wind. All right, we'll go back and see the other feeds that came in moments ago. Let's see here. Labrie, St. Lucia. Labrie, St. Lucia. I believe Labrie is facing St. Vincent area there. So Viewfort, Labrie, those areas would have been impacted a little more. There's a brother just playing around in the water. Macho, of course. So we continue to monitor the situation there in the region. So far, we have gotten information from Barbados, from St. Lucia, from Grenada, and we are waiting on some footage out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our concern is also the Grenadines of St. Vincent. All right. Shirley, you're from Grenada. Is that a Grenadian flag? Yes. Let us know if your family, they're doing well. Let us know, folks. Most of the countries, they look alike. So sometimes it's difficult for us to figure out. All right, this place, we do not know where it is. This is a lot of water coming inshore. Again, you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform. We're still trying to get some stuff over there in St. Vincent. Let me see if I can see here. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I'm going to be pulling it back to me soon. We did this one earlier. This one is not St. Lucia. This is not St. Lucia. This might be Grenada or Barbados. Let's get back to the main screen so that we will be sending over some report out of St. Vincent shortly. We're just waiting for confirmation. All right, let me just make a call there to St. Lucia so that we can see if our famous caller is okay.
Hello?
Cleo, Garfield here. We're on live. I'm just calling for a report from you to ensure that you're okay and your family. How is things? How was the night?
The night it was good. I was asleep actually. So, well, I went to bed really late, I should say, because I stayed up just waiting and watching to see what was going on. But there wasn't too much happening last night, Brother Garfield. This morning, I think about 8 o'clock when I woke up, it was very windy and raining, and you could see the wind. I mean, the trees swaying, and so the effects of the wind is there. However, around me seems to be okay so far. I'm not sure that there have been any incidents or anything has happened. We still have electricity at home. We still have water, which is good, thank God. So we good on my end. However, I think places like Moshi, there are a few places in Cap, Windward Road. There are a few places in Cap that has no electricity at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah. I had the list earlier, but it's on my phone, so I can't really see it whilst we're speaking.
That's okay.
However, it's seemingly okay with us. We have gust of winds every now and then. It's not raining as much. So you'll find a little bit of rain, but we have more wind in the north. And that's it. I don't know for the south. I haven't checked on the south yet. Prior to you calling, I was speaking to a family member who lives Cashie's southeast.
Southeast?
And and I took your call. I was actually on the phone with him, but he was saying that everything seemed to be okay. Everything is okay for him, and everything seemed all right around. He hadn't gone out too much to see what has happened or nothing, but around him looks okay. So, I think so far so good. I don't know about the rest of St. Lucia, though. I don't know. Like the south.
Yeah,
I do not know.
We got to try to make contact.
I can try
yes.
to find out.
Yes, thank you. We'll appreciate that. We got to try to figure out how is like from Poile, Dennery, Poile, going up in those areas, how they're doing into Vieux-Fort, Labrie, and those areas.
Yeah, I can try and find out. And then I can call the program back. I can call a couple of people and just see what's happening down there. And then I can call the program back to let you know let everyone know what's going on. However, Brother Garfield, before we get off, Um, hopefully we've had no serious incidents in St. Lucia so far. But I'm terribly disappointed in the leaders and the way that they've handled. And I knew it. I mean, we were speaking of it just the night before and saying that I was saying that everything is too late, that, this should have been given priority. And even if this has not hit us so badly so far, I'm in the north of the island, so I don't know what's going on in the south. I'm in the north. I do not know what's going on in the south, so I need to find out. And even if so far it hasn't hit us that badly from my end, this moved a little bit west, this system. So it looks like St. Lucia is maybe, I don't know, because it only started about 8 o'clock, I think, this morning. So I don't know where the system is placed right now. I don't know. So I don't know if we've had the brunt of it or if it was just beginning and just going past us.
No, we have a few more hours to go. I'm going to pull up the satellite shortly.
Yes, but however, very poor planning on the part of NEMO and on the part of the government of St. Lucia. And Brother Garfield, don't think I'm just knocking them on the head. We have people in vulnerable people in areas that do not have secure homes. It might be a plywood house, the roof is not too secure, etc. You're telling me, I was listening to this last night, and I'm listening to this guy saying that these people have to get in contact with NEMO or with their disaster preparedness offices that are allocated to them.
So we have, hold a minute, caller. We just get the report. Yes. We just get a report that in Labrie there is no electricity in Labrie. So we're getting confirmation here that no electricity in Labrie, St. Lucia. Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, there was supposed to be no electricity in Viewport as well. Let me go back to what I was saying.
Yes.
So, Brother Garfield, yet again we see failure because we had a bit of a storm not too long ago that took down lots of crops and stuff. Your mom lost a house in that, her roof, part of her roof in that storm. We had this. I mean, Brother Garfield, don't you think we would have learned from that and say, you know what? Let's make sure the shelters are ready. And we put the vulnerable people in all the areas into one shelter or two, put the people in a shelter in each area. Let them come with their food like Grenada has done. So they have a safe space, Brother Garfield. And even if it doesn't hit us too hard, at least we know that if it was to hit us very hard, and we don't know that yet because we are going through the storm right now, to the hurricane right now, that we have these things in place, but we're waiting until somebody's roof blows off and they can't move in this wind and in this rain for them to be looking for NEMO or whoever is in the disaster preparedness office or whatever. During a storm or hurricane, you expect people to be finding people, to be moving back and forth and finding themselves in a safe space. That doesn't make sense. That's going to cost St. Lucia a few lives one of these days. That is going to cost us a few lives one of these days if we continue doing this, Brother Garfield. We need to do better. We need to do different. Anyway, let me make the calls, and then I'll call the program back.
All right, thank you, caller. Thank you so much for answering our call. Yes. All right, folks, that was one of our callers there. One of our callers. I made contact with her there in St. Lucia. And we are finding out that there is no electricity in the community of Labrie. So thereafter we are doing our assessment, we will go into some of the weaknesses and the strength of the disaster response. We will do an analysis of it. And there are a number of areas that I documented that need improvement and need improvement now, all right? And one of them, like I said, is the opening of the shelters in some of the communities. You don't have to open all 18 or 100 or whatever you have. I believe it's 100. At least we can have some in the most vulnerable areas open, equipped, and functioning, so that we can make an attempt on saving lives, all right? Both the responders and the civilians. So let's see how best we can make contact with some of our folks there in the country. Let's call Castries and see what's going on. I believe it's Castries. Okay, we can't get... Okay, so we have something here that just came in. Let me just look at it first. Bear with me. Just bear with me, folks. So, all right, so that's a report here that was sent to us from Loop News. Lucilec reports power outages following Hurricane Beryl. I tried to open it, but it's not opening. Thank you, caller. Thank you, viewer, for those information. We also hearing from Japere that the grass quarters of Labrie, very windy, no electricity. So there's a lot of wind in Labrie, high wind. We must expect that one over there. And there is no electricity in that area. Please keep your phones on charge. Ensure that your refrigerators are at the highest temperature, especially the freezer, so that you can freeze your items. Okay, Mary, River Meter, Moshi area, we have no water, no electricity from last night. So we have reports here that in Moshi, that's River Meter, there is no electricity and there is no water, and that was from last night. So we are getting reports of outages in some parts on the island of St. Lucia. Folks, if you want to send information, the number is 929-586-1821. That is our WhatsApp number. For those of you who are in Labrie in those areas and you want to be monitoring your phone charge, don't let it go down to zero watching us. The program will always be here on both YouTube and on Facebook. So we'll ask you to preserve your battery as much as you can, monitor it, so that you would not run out of charge. Or you can use, if there are three of you in a family, you can use one cell phone to watch the program and leave the others for communications. All right, so be smart, be wise. But we are reporting some damage in some parts of St. Lucia. We are also reporting major damages in Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and also Grenada. Most of the damages are house roof and water, high water levels coming in, flooding homes and streets. We have other report. Aubrey is reporting from St. Lucia. No water, no electricity. and an erratic internet connection in Cedars, Entrepot, Waterworks, and Sunbelt region. So we're hearing now that there is no electricity and an unstable internet in Cedars, Entrepot, Waterworks, and Sunbelt region. No electricity, no water in those areas. All right? No electricity and no water in the area. Let me just monitor my feed here, my WhatsApp feed, so that I will not miss any updates that are coming in live to us. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just ensuring that we are not missing anything. So we have a report from Sealy that there is no electricity in Barbados. No electricity in Barbados. So if some of you who are in the diaspora and you have families living in those areas that I've mentioned, please note that there is no electricity in those areas. So the possibility is that you might lose communications with some of your loved ones. They're okay. The problem is that there is no electricity at this time. Folks, this is Caribbean American News Media Platform. It is 2:26 p.m. and we're here to keep you updated, especially families who are living in the diaspora and also families who are in the region experiencing the brunt of Hurricane Beryl. You can always send over your information to 929-586-1821, pictures, updates. If you cannot find your loved one, please, you can send us or call us in at 929-586-1821 and let us know, and we will help you to locate your loved ones. If you are concerned about outages in the area where your families are, reach out to us and we will give you updates. 929-586-1821 is the number that will get you on the air. And if you have any photographs, any updates that you want to share with us, you can also send them over to 929-586-1821. That will get it live on our platform. Jules is asking about St. Vincent. We are still waiting on updates from St. Vincent. Let me go over to our platform there for St. Vincent. Just bear with me. So we have reports as of 12:53 in Dennery. In Dennery, and I would need some confirmation on that. We'll get back to St. Vincent. That there is no electricity in Dennery. I am not sure if that has been restored, but this was as of 12:53 p.m. Dennery. Let us know, those of you from Dennery, whether the electricity is back. So we have reports here of Dennery. Let's look at, see what we can get from St. Vincent. So we have as of 8:52 a.m. this morning, 8:52 a.m. this morning, in the area of Bookament Bay, Layou area, there were no electricity as of 8:52 a.m. this morning. We are not sure if that have been restored by Vinlec over there in St. Vincent, but the electricity company in St. Vincent, it is Vinlec, and we are seeing here that as of 8:52 a.m. in the leeward side of St. Vincent, there were no electricity. That is in St. Vincent. That's the mainland, and we will still wait for updates from the Grenadines. Sarah Joseph is asking about Grenada. Do you know or what is going on in Grenada? Yes, we have an idea as to what is happening in Grenada. Grenada is on the beaten, especially Carriacou, those areas. There are a lot of property damage in Carriacou. On the mainland, there is also major property damage, and the Prime Minister, Mr. Deacon, is asking all to stay in. There is a curfew. The police are very serious about it. No one should be out. We will get correspondence from Grenada also very shortly. Let me go over to our YouTube channel. Spence over, I believe you're in St. George's. It has calmed dramatically in South St. George's in Grenada. Electricity is still off, so I don't want to run out of data. Few roofs were taken and most buildings are intact. So for our friend who is asking about Grenada on the platform, we have someone who is reporting from South St. George's in Grenada that there is still no electricity, and in the area there it has come. There is a little. They got a little break there for now in South St. George's, Grenada, but still no electricity. All right, and so we await more updates and information from our folks in Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and also St. Lucia, and let us not forget Barbados. Something just came in. Let's see if we can pull it up. Just bear with me. Oh, that came in on our other device. Let's see what we have in here now. Denry early today. Let's see if we can get that over to our main board. Yes, we can. Just got in on set. Let's see if we can find it. So we're going to go over to our, yes, we're going to go over to we have a feed coming in. Let me just change something here, our display. Bear with me. Let's see if we can switch our display. Yes, we can. And so we will go over to a clip. Just bear with me. Let's switch over. Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to keep you updated, so it's going to be a little rocky. This is from Denry earlier today. So we're now over into Denry. I believe this is Denry earlier this morning. It would have been a scary place last night. All right, so let's get back to our main set, and then we will go over to our YouTube group so that we can look out for some of the updates there. Let me just switch back over to our just bear with me. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just trying to get this switch back over. Sometimes it gives some problems. Okay, but you're on the Caribbean American News platform. Okay, good. So we are back on our YouTube channel. Folks, the number is 929-586-1821 if you'd want to update us. So before we went over to Denry, we had a question from our friend from Grenada. And we we will be pulling up some more information there. But so far, we have one of our viewers over in South St. George's, that is in Grenada. There is no electricity, and a number of roofs have blown. But the buildings, most of the buildings are still intact. All right, let's hope that continues throughout the evening. We have some coverage here from Grenada. Let me just get it over to the main screen. We have some coverage coming in here from Grenada. So we go over back to our WhatsApp communication platform, and we will look at Grenada. I believe we will have to, for us to view that Grenada platform, we will have to switch over again. Just bear with us. This is how it is in studio. Yes, so we got it. Now we will switch over and we will take you straight to that new report. So this is from Grenada. This is what Grenada looks like right now. Well, just moments ago. This is Grenada. This is feed over in Grenada. All right, so we're going to pull ourselves back over to the main board and prepare, yes, for our WhatsApp. Good. All right. So again, folks, the number is 929-586-1821. That will get your information live on the platform. And if you would want to call in, you can use that same number, WhatsApp, 929-586-1821. A number of our viewers are logging out because there is no electricity in their community, and we understand that, and we encourage them earlier to turn off your device and keep your charge, or, if you're in a family of 3 with other devices, you can use only one and save the others. You're not sure how long the electricity is going to be out. And Lucia, I'm sure, will be giving their updates, and also Vinlec in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right. But you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform, 2:38 p.m. That is the time. We'll be right back, folks. All right, folks. So it is confirmed that parts of Grenada there is no electricity, absolutely no electricity, none at all. Okay, and over 2,000 Grenadians are in shelters right now. Those shelters are well organized and running. The folks are safe at the shelter, and the Prime Minister have done his best in ensuring that the shelters are open to accommodate Grenadian nationals and visitors. So I believe that there is still no electricity in Dennery. That is as of 11 minutes ago. Somebody need to confirm that that is so. But what we're hearing here, we like to have two confirmation. That's what I normally do here on the platform. Once we can confirm it by 2 or 3 individuals, then we can actually confirm. But it is alleged right now that there is no electricity in Dennery as of 11 minutes ago. 2 hours ago, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force in the south of the island, police stations continue to contend with elements with inclement weather. Officers from the Vieux-Fort and Soufrière police stations are reporting no serious incidents. Officers have been deployed teamwork as they collaborate to prepare meals. Officers' technical skills also come in handy as they inspected electrical connections, having connected a generator to ensure continuous power supply to the station. Above all, in times like these, one constant we must rely on. Okay, that part of it I don't understand. You are reminded to please stay indoors until the all clear is issued. Stay safe. All right, and that was from the Vieux-Fort police station there in the south. So right now we're looking at Carriacou and the Grenadines of St. Vincent. All right? Carriacou is reporting property damage and trees that are down. We have something here from the U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown, Barbados. The U.S. Embassy in Barbados is reporting power outages and flooding affecting some areas of the island. We are closely monitoring Hurricane Beryl's impact on Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We urge everyone to stay safe and vigilant during this time and make sure to monitor local news and weather updates regularly for the latest information and safety instructions. If you are in an affected area, please follow any advisory issued by local authorities. Stay indoors and avoid flooded areas and take all necessary precaution to protect yourself and loved ones. That is from the U.S. Embassy in Barbados. We have some weather report as of 9 minutes ago. Weather report. Beryl crosses into Caribbean Sea. Beryl's eye crosses into the Caribbean Sea still as a dangerous Category 4 hurricane with 150 miles an hour wind. That is strong. The system is now situated 65 miles northwest of Grenada. Barbados discontinues hurricane warning. Trinidad and Tobago discontinues both hurricane and TS warnings. Tropical storm warnings for Trinidad has been discontinued. All other watches and warnings remain in place. All other watches and warning remains in place. Bear with me. the Prime Minister of Grenada will be addressing. Okay, I think he did. Let me just try to get that address. I think at 2:30 he did address the nation. So let me just try to pull that information up. Just let me pull it up for you and get it over to our main board. Just bear with us, folks. All right, so it should be over now on the main board. Just bear with me. I got to get back my eyes. I lost it. Let me just try to pull it back up, folks. These things do happen. All right, so I believe I am back up. Okay, good. So before we go over to that report, Pearl is saying, God's blessings. Thank you for the updates. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Paul. Pearl, I hope all is well in your area too. Give us a call, 929-586-1821, and let us know what is happening in your area, Pearl. We'd love to hear from you. Hope all is well in your area. So give us a call if you can at 929-586-1821. That will get you live on the air. Let's go over to Grenada. Yes, it is Grenada. We're going to get over to Prime Minister Mitchell in Grenada. Let's wait for that report to fall in line there. I believe it is lined up. And so we are going to go over to him. All right. So let's take this call before we go over to Grenada. Calling on the air, Carried American News Media Platform.
Hi, Brother Garfield.
Yes, my friend.
I'm reporting as I get information. So I have not been able to reach Roselle. I've not been able to reach Viewfort, nor Denry, nor Miku. But I have Pave. I was told that everything is fine. I guess it's in the north too. So Pave is in Castries. Castries has no electricity. I don't think Castries has water either.
No, I got a call. No, yes, we got confirmation that Pave might that some parts of Castries and Trepo and those areas might not have electricity or water.
That's right. Places like Forest there seem to be fine, though it's so elevated.
Yeah.
But I guess people are not out yet to let me know what's going on.
Okay.
I spoke to Laura, who gave me a full report, like all she knows about Labrie, Viewport, and Soufrière. So let's start with Viewport. Viewport has lots of water inland. The Marine Police have lost their jetty.
Could you repeat that? The Marine. Okay, hold on a minute.
Police. Yes. Yes.
All right, so that is some news there. The Marine based in Viewfort have lost the jetty.
Yeah, the Marine Police have lost their jetty, and Viewfort has lots of water. We don't know about flooding, or I would take it that if there's lots of water inland, that there may be some flooding in Viewfort too. But I'm not going to stress on the flooding bit. I just know there's lots of water inland. Soufrière, people have lost their roofs. There's lots of water in Soufrière town as well. So there may be some flooding taking place in Sufre. Apparently, the ocean is coming in. Like the swells are so high that the water is coming in from the ocean. There's been Labrie, again, the coastal end, Labrie village.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sand. The waves are so high that they've brought in a lot of sand and water. So Labrie village is flooded. The streets are flooded. The water is not going back to the ocean because the sand is blocking it from going back into the ocean. So most streets are getting flooded right now. There's continuous rain down in the south on the Labrie Viewfort end. So like every 15 minutes it would stop and it would start again. The wind is extremely strong, especially inland. So quite a few people have lost their roofs inland. What else did I know about Labrie? That's it. I think Choiseul, I can't get anyone in Choiseul. So I'm not even sure if they have a signal because they have lots of signal problems in Choiseul because of where it's located. And maybe flow is not, has possibly shut off on them or something, but I haven't been able to reach Choiseul. And so much Casabah, parts of Casabah is okay because I did speak to someone in Casabah. Except they have electricity in Casabah. But Moshi, there's no electricity. Cape State, no electricity.
So
certain parts of the north has no electricity.
So we do not have any information on Poile, Miku, or I am concerned about Ancillary. I heard that there was a problem there with a bridge that was being built and they got flooded some time ago. So I'm a little concerned for the people in Ancillary. It is, yes.
Yes, they did. I have not seen any reports from Ancillary. I'm going to try. Oh, I should have called that person before. I'm going to try to reach out to one of the policemen in Ancillary Canaries area and see if there's any information I can get, and I can always call back and report.
So, folks, this is our news reporter there in St. Lucia giving us on the ground reporting. Yes, Cleo. Welcome. Our news correspondent.
Let me carry on, and you're welcome. Let me carry on and see if there's any more information I can get on the western side of St. Lucia and the east as well.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, my friend.
Okay.
So there you have it, folks. We got some news there from our communicator on the ground, Cleo. And we're hearing that the Marine Police in Viewfort have lost their jetty and that there is some water issues in Soufrière and other parts of the south area there. So let us keep those folks in prayer. We're also hearing that there are damages to properties, roofs, and we're still asking St. Lucians to stay as much as you can indoors until you have gotten the all clear from the authorities there in St. Lucia, the government of St. Lucia, the command center. Please follow the instructions of those individuals, not because in your community there's a calm and there is nothing really going on, but you want to be very, very, very careful, my friends. So we have no electricity in Castries. Denry, we are waiting confirmation. We're hearing that there is no electricity in Denry. And we're going to keep our eyes on our screen. Just in case we get an update, we will bring it to you. Let's go over to Grenada, friends, for a report from the Prime Minister's Office, Government Information Service, GIS, in Grenada. Adolphe is saying so far we're good in Barbados. Jennifer, Andrea Compton is watching. Greetings to you, my friend. I hope all is well in your community. Let's see over there we have a report from St. Lucia again, and that is Latoc Road. Latoc Road, we have electricity. There is electricity at Latoc Road, but there is no water. So there is no water. That is Latoc Road. Latoc Road. Good evening to you, Sylvia. How are you? Hope all is well. We have also a report from Swazel. We have a report from Swazel. Have heavy swells at the nearby beaches from the Caribbean Sea. No reports of property damage. And this is from Swazel. This is from one of our viewers there in Swazel. Swazel. Heavy swells at the nearby beaches from the Caribbean Sea. No reports of property damage. And that is over in Swazel. Let's go over to our YouTube channel. Jennifer, no electricity and water in Marsha. So Marsha, Castries seems to be having a problem with utility. The Castries community. So we have in here Marsha, which is the Prime Minister's district. No electricity, no water. Folks, we await your report. You report. By the way, you report. Caribbean American News. The news. Caribbean American News, the news that you report. Please, 929-586-1821. You can call us. You can reach out to us live on the air. You can send us your images. And we will get them. So let's go back to our screen before we go over to our report from Grenada, from the Grenada government. So we have something just came into our platform. We'll put it up also. So we have a satellite image from one of the WhatsApp groups, and that is of the first, and I don't see the time, but it looks like the hurricane St. Lucia, Martinique, Guadeloupe. Grenada is being is getting a beating right now, especially the small islands. Trinidad and Tobago seems to be might be experiencing rain and heavy wind. But St. Vincent, St. Lucia seems to be getting also the outer band beaten, almost close to the main part of the hurricane. Just speak it in layman terms so you can understand. But St. Lucia, you're not out of the woods as yet. You are not out of the woods as yet. I repeat, you're not out of the woods as yet. All right? So be calm, stay put, stay indoors. All right? Let's look at the reports that are coming in to our desk. We have some stuff here, a lot. Let me see if I can just send them over all at once to the main board. And thank you to our correspondents there. All right. So we're going to be sending them over to our main board. And then here we go over to our... Folks, just bear with me. As I said to you, we're doing our best over here. Okay, we're hearing of a death in Dennery, but it is not as a result of the hurricane. But it is very windy in Dennery, very windy in Dennery. And there seems to be a death, but not related to the hurricane. We got to confirm that. All right, so there is a death in the community of Dennery. No, not in Dennery. That is St. Vincent, sorry. That is in St. Vincent, Kingstown, St. Vincent. But in Dennery, there is heavy wind. Okay, we have a number of stuff coming in as I see that. Let's go quickly and pull them up so we would not have a backlog. That's the word, yes. All right, let's go over quickly to our WhatsApp live site, and we're going to take it from the top, go down. All right, the lines are going crazy now, so thank you. Keep sending us. The lines are going crazy as we speak. Let's go over to, okay, this is the library. These are library shots. Oh boy, yeah. We are clogged up now with some stuff, so we will pull them up as fast as we can, okay? It's library. This is confirmation from the report from our correspondent, Cleo, and she reported this to us, and now we have the evidence to confirm. Yes, we have a lot that is flashing in on us. Let me just go over there. Let's go over. Let's pull this back to me. Yes, before we go to Grenada, Okay, so I just got something here. All right, so I'm jammed up now. So we're going to take it one piece by piece. But to the person who just sent me, I want you to let me know where's this jetty located. I got something here. Yes, the person who is over on our 929 number. Not Cleo. You send me some jetty photos. I need to know where these jetty, all right? But we're going to put them up now so that our viewers can have a look at them in real time. Let us know, what are we looking at? Let us know, what are we looking at here? Just for the viewers' information, this is destruction right here at its best. This looks like the Viewfort jetty. So, folks, just bear with us. We're just trying to. Okay, somebody's saying that the Jolly Roger is sinking right now in Barbados. Okay, we will look into that. One of our Bajan correspondents will explain to us. But we have this jetty that is completely gone over in, I believe this is Viewfort. Okay, so we're waiting confirmation. We have, oh boy, we have some more stuff coming in. Okay, so we are going to be uploading some more shots. Anga. I think Anga is in library. It is. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be, let's just pull out of that and go back over to Caribbean American News. We have some videos that just got in. Yes, Caribbean American News. That is it. So we're going to take this all over again. So that person is right. It is the jetty in. Okay, let's go back over to that video. That is a video that can be played. This is a street that's in St. Lucia taken over by water. Right, bear with me, I'm still here. All right, here's. All right, oh, good. So this is the jetty that Cleo reported earlier. The jetty that we showed you is the Viewfort Marine Unit jetty. That is gone. Here we have a house roof, completely gone. Okay, bear with me. I just lost you there a minute, folks. Sorry about that. We have pictures here. This is Barbados. Okay, I believe our friend from Barbados is sending us some. Oh, good. So we have a live, not a live, but we have a good view here now from Barbados. I'm going to put it up for you. Yes, I'm going to put it up for you. So we're bringing all these different shots together so that you can at least have an idea as to what is happening out there. Grenada, we're still concerned about Grenada and St. Vincent. They're under the guns right now as we speak. St. Lucia will continue to experience heavy rain and flooding and wind as a result of the effects of Hurricane Beryl. She is still a Category 4 at 150 miles an hour. So the reports are St. Lucia will continue to experience the effect of Hurricane Beryl at 150 miles an hour, Category 4 hurricane, that is beating Grenada, Carriacou, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. Trinidad is out of the woods, but they're experiencing rain and wind also. St. Lucians are asked to continue to adhere to all the protocols that have been established. Let's go over to, I believe, Barbados. So this is Barbados. The number to send your information to 99-586-1821. That will get your information live on the air in real time from our WhatsApp feed. We have a report out of Grenada by the GIS. This is another clip out of Barbados. St. Lucia is still experiencing is still under tropical storm warning as of last report from the government of St. Lucia and the Met Office. St. Lucians are asked to remain inside until the all clear is given. Again, I repeat that the all clear has not been issued for St. Lucia, and therefore St. Lucia have been downgraded to a storm warning, a tropical storm warning. And so you are asked to remain vigilant and remain calm. St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Martinique, Carriacou is still under a hurricane warning. This hurricane is a Category 4 hurricane, and the authorities, the Prime Minister of Grenada, he's asking his folks to remain inside. We're also reporting in Grenada there are more than 2,000 individuals who are in shelters operated by the government of Grenada. All resources have been sent to these shelters to facilitate those individuals who are in the shelters or at the shelters. Folks, you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform. Okay. Okay, so the pictures that we just showed you, these pictures are Bay Street. That's in Labrie, St. Lucia. Earlier, we played you some clip, and that was from Bay Street in Labrie, St. Lucia. And that is the road going to Desmond Collymore playing field, and that's by the beach there in Labrie. Let's try to run over. We delayed it a while. Let's try to go over to Grenada for a report there. And Grenada, by the way, has been giving us very accurate and on time, in time updates on this hurricane. Again, kudos to the government of Grenada. Let's go over to Grenada, folks. Okay, I forgot I don't have my earpiece, so I wasn't hearing anything at all. Please forgive me.
PT Martinique, we are coming to you live from NADMA headquarters at the National Emergency Organization Center. We are committed to updating you on the progress of Hurricane Beryl and the impacts it is causing across Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. So at this time, I'd like to get an update from our friends at the Met Office, Miss Cassie Johnson. She's here standing by for an update.
Good day to you, my fellow Grenadians and Grenadians in the diaspora. As of 11:10 a.m. this morning, the location of Hurricane Beryl was at 12.5 degrees north, 61.5 degrees west, which is just about 30 miles north-northeast of the mainland of Grenada. The eye is currently over our sister island, Carriacou, so they are feeling a bit of relief at this time. However, it is not over, I stress it is not over. Beryl has strengthened and its winds is now 150 miles per hour. Category 5 hurricane is greater than 157 miles per hour. So we are at a very, very strong Category 4 hurricane. It's currently moving west-northwestward at 20 miles per hour, and the minimum central pressure has reduced to 950 millibars. I want to stress that even though the eye is over Carriacou at this point, it is not over. We are still expecting similar conditions to the east of the storm as it moves towards the west. The eye is over Carriacou, but the mainland of Grenada is within the eye wall and will not feel any relief at this time. We are still going to be experiencing strong winds and heavy rainfall. Here on the screen, you can see that Category 4 hurricane is between 130 to 156 miles per hour. And right now, Beryl is at 150 miles per hour with higher gusts in some parts of the eye wall. So we may be even feeling Category 5 winds at this point. With the current track, Beryl is expected to continue through Carriacou and towards the west into the Caribbean Sea, and we are expecting conditions to last up until about 4 p.m. today. So please bear with us. Please bear with us. Please remain safe. Do not venture out at this time. Please remain safe. It is not over. We are expecting the eastern end of the eye wall to move over us again and to give us some more showers and windy conditions in the upcoming hours. We will begin to feel some relief later on this evening, but we will keep you updated as time goes on. Back to you.
Thank you, Cassie. Again, it is a strong Category 4 hurricane, so at this time, no one should be outside. Just take every necessary precaution as you possibly can to stay safe and to keep your family safe. At this time, we want to hear from NADMA, Dr. Terence Walters.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Again, we are currently being impacted by a dangerous, strong Category 4 hurricane. And as the Meteorological Office representative here indicated, we can even experience gusts of a Category 5 hurricane. We have reports of devastation in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and other parts of the island on mainland have also experienced some significant damage. We're having reports. However, after the event, we will have to do the assessments to ascertain what has happened across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and then provide information as becomes necessary. NADMA has started its discussions with CDIMA on the immediate relief efforts, and CDIMA is preparing to deploy teams to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, because we understand that the sister isles, Carriacou and Petit Martinique, may have been impacted more significantly because the eye passing in that area. So again, we will provide the support that's necessary, and we are discussing with CDIMA things like relief supplies, shelter and feeding, and other logistics that will be necessary to mount a robust relief program after this devastating hurricane. Again, just a few tips, okay, as you go through this hurricane. Please remember to try to be calm and provide support for those around you. So the people around you, provide some support for them. After the storm, we urge that you do not venture out in terms of going to sightsee. The Meteorological Office will issue the all clear, and that when the all clear is issued, the teams, the assessment teams, will be out doing their assessment. And remember, we are under a curfew, and we will only be allowed out when the announcement is made. So even though the all clear is given, you should not venture out. Okay? Even though the all clear is given, you should not venture out, because we are currently under a state of emergency and under a curfew, as Prime Minister mentioned earlier. And we will, from the agency here, we will make the announcements when people will be allowed to venture out. So we ask you, please do not go sightseeing. Wait for the all clear to be given, and wait for the instructions to be given when you can venture out. Again, it's a Category 4, a strong Category 4 hurricane, and we will experience dangerous winds, storm surge, a lot of rainfall, and there will be fallen trees, down utility poles and lines, and landslides, roof loss. And we ask that you be mindful of those things. And if you are in a shelter, or if you are at your home, or you're with friends, we ask that you remain where you are in a safe place until after the event. Okay? After the event. So we continue to collaborate with our partners to ensure that we mount a robust relief program after the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Walters, for your updates. We want to hear now from Prime Minister, Minister for National Security and Disaster Management.
Thank you, Press Secretary, and good morning again to the citizens of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, our visitors and guests who are with us, and Grenadians in the diaspora and to the wider region. It has been a long morning, and perhaps an even longer morning for our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petite Martinique who are bearing the brunt of Hurricane Beryl. As you've heard from the Meteorological Office and the head of NADMA, it is a Category 4, very strong, almost borderline Category 5 hurricane. The expectation is that the damage in Carriacou and Petite Martinique is going to be extreme. Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Minister Tevin Andrew, indicated that there was devastation all around. We therefore expect that we will have to quickly transition into damage assessment and recovery and stabilization mode. And we are already beginning to look at our plans to make sure that we respond as quickly as possible to the needs of our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. We have reports of extensive storm surge. We have reports of extensive loss of roof and damage to buildings. There is no electricity on any of the islands, and communication is also difficult. Because of the rough seas and because the eye of the hurricane has just passed over Carriacou, we anticipate that we may be in for another 3 to 4 hours of intense wind, of strong storm surge, and there is the likelihood of even greater damage. And so in the circumstances, we have to continue to hunker down. We have to continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, and we certainly hope that the hurricane moves on quickly so that we can get the opportunity, hopefully by late evening, to begin the damage assessment and the recovery operations. We will be working closely with our regional partners to make sure that we can do so. We suspect that Union Island is also bearing the brunt of some of the effects of the storm. I've been in contact with Prime Minister Gonzalez. He will provide an update to the region in relation to Union Island, but we will take a coordinated response, given that they're all Grenadine islands, to make sure that our citizens, brothers and sisters in the Grenadines are well served. I have already instructed the Housing Authority to make available to the citizens of Carriacou and Petite Martinique the Chinese-built affordable homes, so that if necessary, anyone who is without a roof over their head can have immediate access to the site for temporary housing. We have already given instructions to the Ministry of Finance and to the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs to identify any local suppliers in Carriacou who have stock on hand, whether it's water, canned goods, dry food, tarpaulins, ply, to make them immediately available so that we can mount the recovery efforts as soon as possible. As soon as sure, particularly for mainland, that while the eye of the hurricane did not pass over Grenada, we are expected to have a strong wind, storm surge, and continued heavy precipitation for the next several hours. The warnings, the advice, therefore remains in effect. We have several reports of damage to buildings, several reports of roofs being blown off, including the central police station on the Carnage. So even government infrastructure is impacted. The roof at the Monge Hospital has also been damaged, and steps have been taken to evacuate the patients there and to bring them in the lower level. So it is not just Carriacou that is bearing significant damage. Parts of Grenada is doing the same. And so we want to urge you to remain safe, to continue listening to the advisories that comes out from NADMA and the Met Office. To our citizens who are at the shelters, we are going to ask you to bear with us. It is not safe for us to send persons out on the roadways at this point in time to provide any further support or relief or supplies to you. So we're going to ask you to hunker down. The Met Office will be monitoring the system. We are prayerful and optimistic that by late evening it may become a bit safer for us to send relief out to you. But we ask you to bear with us, because we want to make sure that we do not endanger the lives of any workers in the meantime, while the wind is still strong and while the rain is falling. We will keep the state of emergency in place as per the emergency regulations. We will try to do the damage assessment as quickly as it can be done and in a safe manner. And then once we're able to do so, we will provide further updates to the nation. So again, widespread reports of destruction and devastation in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. We expect that we will still have very strong winds, storm surges, and more rainfall for the next 3 to 4 hours. So we have no choice but to continue to pray, to continue to hunker down, and to be safe. We do not have, as yet, any report of any loss of lives or injuries to persons, but that may change quickly. As you'd appreciate, in half an hour, Carriacou was flattened. And so you have to appreciate the ferocity and the strength of the hurricane, and therefore we are not yet out of the woods, and we are not able to say for sure that no one has been injured or there's been no loss of life as a result of the hurricane. But we will continue to receive the information. Of course, communication is now more challenged, but as soon as we have reliable and accurate information and we're in a position to share and update, we will continue to do so. So again, thank you very much for being good citizens. Thank you very much for the prayers and the support, and we'll continue to work through this difficult time. Rest assured, however, that Grenada will emerge from this stronger, more united, and better able to deal with hurricanes and other climatic events as they no doubt will continue to happen in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, for your thorough updates and reminders. I want to say thanks again to everyone who has been listening and following the protocols especially, and big shout outs to our team at GIS, TNR, GBN, and MTV, and all the other media houses who have been carrying the feed and ensuring that the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique are well informed. So thank you, and stay tuned for more updates.
We do apologize. That was the Prime Minister. I almost say our Prime Minister, but this is the Prime Minister of Grenada and his team. And this is the type of report that you have been getting from them ever so often. And they've always been at it. The Prime Minister's press secretary have been by his side. They have been in the same clothing from last night. They're there until now, addressing the people of Grenada. Now, we have some news. Yes, we have some breaking news out of Grenada by the Prime Minister of Grenada, and that is Prime Minister of Grenada indicated that Carriacou in half an hour was flattened. The Prime Minister of Grenada, in his statement, said that he have not received any reports of death or injuries. But he said that will change. Carriacou was flattened in half an hour. Those were his words. Our prayer and support are with the people of Grenada, Carriacou, the Grenadines, St. Vincent. You are in our prayers. The Prime Minister also indicated that the hospital in one of the hospitals in Grenada have lost its roof, and we're getting some confirmation that that hospital, it is the mental hospital in that country. It is the mental hospital in Grenada that have lost the roof, and they're evacuating the patients there from that hospital. The Prime Minister of Grenada is confirming major damage across the country to government assets and also residential properties and private properties. Grenada need our prayers going forward. He indicates that the all clear has not been given, and that the eye of the hurricane, it is still over Carriacou, Grenada. I repeat, the eye of the hurricane, it is still over Carriacou, Grenada, which means that Grenada got the bitter end of this Category 4 hurricane. And by the way, the Met Office is saying to Grenadians that this feels basically like a Category 5 because of the increased wind. What we're hearing is that the hurricane over Grenada, it is actually beating them as a Category 5. Carriacou is feeling the blunt of that. And so all hands are needed at this time in the recovery of Grenada. And that is sad news for our brothers and sisters over there. In Grenada, we are still waiting on Dr. Ralph Gonsalves in St. Vincent to update us. I'm sure there have been an update. I have not gotten it as yet. But when we get it, we will bring it to you live on the air. And this says, friends, that it says a lot to us going forward, that we are not to take these storms lightly. There are countries that have made great errors in preparing for such a disaster. Shelters must be opened. Shelters must be open before a disaster, friends. You want to have mandatory evacuation. It is a must that you remove individuals from low-lying areas, and it is important that you remove the vulnerable. Very important that we do so. Kudos again to the Prime Minister of Grenada. Kudos to him, who took the initiative to shut this place down, have the Governor General to declare a state of emergency for 7 days. Kudos to the government of Grenada in opening those shelters, and not just opening them, but getting them ready to accommodate persons who would have been removed from their residence. Again, friends, that is the breaking news development in coming out of Grenada. As you heard for yourself, you are looking at a very strong Category 4. And I don't think on the chat there is something that is called very strong Category 4. I would suggest that it is almost at the point of a Category 5. At 150, I believe, 150 miles an hour. That is a very bad hurricane. And the season has only just begun. So we're going to be asking, requesting our governments to review your operating procedures on hurricane or disaster plans, make adjustments to them, because these hurricanes are getting more angrier, fierce, and destructive. And Grenada, again, prepared. They did their best. They did their very best. And God knows that some other countries were not prepared for this. Some other countries were not prepared enough for such a calamity. And that's why I always say, Jesus doeth all things well, friends. All things well. Let's go over to your report, the news that you report. Again, you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform. I am your host, Garfield Olliver. All right, we are back, and again, we just got word from Grenada that Carriacou have been flattened, beaten down by Hurricane Beryl, Category 4 hurricane, and based on what we're hearing, feels like Category 5. And Grenada is not at peace as yet with this disaster, this monster, and we're awaiting the next report from Deacon Mitchell over there on the island of Grenada. Let's read your comments, folks, and then we will continue. BVDD Grenada opened the emergency shelter centers before the hurricane. Yes, they did. And let's see here. Sharon, that's Sahara dust causing chaos in the Caribbean. Yes, it is. Perilous times are upon us. Indeed, my people, perilous times are upon us, yes. Minel, who is the guy? Where is he speaking from? Who is this guy? Which guy? Could you explain for us which guy you're speaking about? Minel, which guy you're speaking about? Let us know so that we can give you the clarity that you need. So, Minel is saying, who is this guy and where is he speaking from? Which guy? The guy who was speaking is the Prime Minister of Grenada, Mr. Deacon Mitchell. He's a young lawyer, and he was elected recently as Prime Minister of that country. Sharon says 160 miles per hour winds, very strong winds there in Grenada in the region. And God knows that St. Lucia would not have been able to bear such a pain. Only God knows. He shows his mercy on whom he will show his mercy on. But Grenadians will be okay. We are waiting for final report when the assessment team has gone out. Let's pray, friends, that there is no death. But based on what Mr. Prime Minister is saying there in Grenada, he is expecting that to change shortly. Sounds like the hurricane have slowed down over Grenada, but let us just hope for the best. Let us know, friends. Again, the number is 929-586-1821. Let us know what is happening in your area. Let us know how you. Let us know what is going on with you. Just let us know mentally, and for our Grenadian brethren, those of you in the other region, you can call in to show your support and sympathy towards the people of Grenada. Mary says, I'm surprised at Mitchell level of leadership. The number again, 929-586-1821. I'm surprised at Mr. Mitchell's level of leadership. Kudos to him and his people. Yes. Mitchell is young and he did everything that he had to do right, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a fan of him, his politics, but the word of God says that I should render unto Caesar the things of the Caesars. And he did what he had to do as a prime minister. And not only he did what he had to do, he was there with the people. He did not send them at the center and then he went home and hide under his bed. He was there with them and he saw it through. And he's going to be there with the assessment, the walkthrough, and to ensure that everything is well. So I honestly am very comfortable with the disaster response in Grenada. Very comfortable. Yes, the Grenadian people might say, well, there's a lot of hiccup. This is what should have happened. But looking in, I am saying to you, based on what we're seeing, this is exactly what we needed. One, information, proper information to the people. Two, constant information, a steady flow of information, communications. Three, all state assets being deployed to assist the people. Three, all shelters open on the island and ready to accommodate people. All. And that, I say, kudos to the government of Grenada. I feel good about it. I feel positive, and I will have an entire program when we are going to be doing our post-mortem. I am going to do an entire program on countries of the region that was not adequately prepared and countries that did exactly what they had to do in response to this monster. Because once it is reported that this is going to be a Category 4 monster and you are in the path, then you don't want to make any mistakes and you don't want to be counting money. You want to put everything out there, throw every resource of the state in preparation for such. Yeah? And so we will do a post-mortem. And it's going to be hard. And it's something that must be done going forward so that we can ensure that some of the errors that were made going in would not happen again. Period. Okay? And I have to add also to Mr. Deacon's kudos. He brought back the RSS officers from Barbados, who went to help with the cricket. He brought them back into Grenada. Kudos. He declared a state of emergency. He had the Governor General to declare a state of emergency, a proclamation, at 7 p.m. Yes. There were no carnival, there were no celebration the day before. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves suspended carnival in that country so that all of his people can focus on preparation. There are countries that did not do that. People were partying. They were celebrating. They were whining. They were fighting. They were shooting each other in the streets. And that, my friends, deserve condemnation, strong condemnation. But this is not the time for this. We will do it at the postmortem of aftermath. Right now, there's a long road ahead for the people of the region, especially Carriacou and Grenada. Long road ahead. And we want to be part of the solution. We want to be part of the whole process of rebuilding. We want to at least do our best, whatever we can, to help the people of the region who are affected by this hurricane. We can do it together. We can come together and provide aid to our Grenadians. All right? We will do it by the grace of God. But we will speak about the shortcomings of our leaders in the region. Period. All right? Folks, you're on to Caribbean American News Media Platform, the news that you report. So we seem to be having a problem in Dennery, St. Lucia. It seems like the electricity is going off and on, off and on. The possibility is there that people's fridge and the equipment can be damaged. So I don't know what is happening there, but we'll ask Lucia to fix it quickly. Either you shut it off completely or you shut it on, but there is something there that is not sung into well that can cause some fireworks there. And we're going to ask the officials there at Lucilec, the electricity company, to assist in that matter. We have reports that the electricity is off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. And people are concerned about their equipment being blown out. Yeah? You're on to Caribbean American News Platform, folks. Let's continue with our news that you report. So in Barbados, they have started cleanup. Barbados is starting the cleanup process. The Army Corps of Engineers in the streets. You have fence down. It's just a mess on the ground there in Barbados. And they have started their cleanup. Just bear with me. We're looking for the information so that we can bring it to you live. Send over your information to 929-586-1821. All right, so we have some news here an hour ago from Barbados. The all clear has been given and the hurricane warning has been discontinued for Barbados as a dangerous Category 4 hurricane. Beryl moves away from the island. So Barbados have gotten the all clear, and that's why you will see the cleanup process and the assessment starting there by the government. So all clear has been given for Barbados. The warning has been discontinued. That's an hour ago reported by the Barbados Today. All right, folks, we continue to monitor the latest developments there. Let's see what we have. Something came in just lately. Let's just bear with me. Let's pull it up on the screen, and then we will end the broadcast shortly, and we'll live back. We will get back to you. We want those of you, especially in St. Lucia with no electricity, to save your charge so that you can communicate. So we know you want to be here with us, but we got to help you save your charge. All right? Okay, so let's go back over to our WhatsApp group. Let's see what's happening here. Right, so that is someone sending some pictures. So we have from Barbados here, over 400 people are in hurricane shelters. That's in Barbados. 25% of Barbados light and power system is offline. However, restoration efforts are ongoing. Barbados Water Authority is bringing pumping stations back online. Currently, 29% of the stations are functioning, and production capacity is about 57%. All right. So therefore, Mayor Motley has given the all clear there in Barbados. The work has only just begun. So that's it for news and information from our platform here at Caribbean American News Media Platform. Folks, we will be back later on. Keep your signal on as we get more development. By 4 o'clock, I believe Grenada would have had more information for us, and we will be monitoring the situation over there. Folks, have a beautiful rest of your evening, of your afternoon, and stay safe, Don't go out if you don't have to. Yes, you don't have to be out there. There's nothing that you put out there that you got to look for. All right? So stay on the inside. Remember, you're on to Caribbean American News Media platform. Just bear with me. Let me take this call, and I will be right back. We would not disconnect us yet. This is a call from a Grenadian. Hello? Yes, sister. Okay, folks, sorry about that. That was a Grenadian trying to get information on her family there. She said that her community is devastated, but she have no contact with her families. She's living in the United States and she needs some information. So I'm going to see how I can work on getting her some stuff. But folks, let's continue to work together. And that's why it's very important for national unity when it comes to these major disasters. And we have the ability to unite. We have the ability to come together, put differences aside to ensure that we help humanity. There's so much division, fighting and bitterness and nastiness among us that we cannot come together at any point. So I'm asking us to join together and let us, if all of us come together, friends, we can help, whether it's $100, $200, $50. If all of us come together, friends, we can get supplies into some of the vulnerable areas in these places. Let's come together, okay? Those of you who have Pampers, you are in the United States, I can collect them. You have supplies, you want to donate for this effort. We will wait on the assessment and we'll understand the need of the country. And so I'm going to ask you, friends, to work with us and let us pull together to assist our brothers and our sisters. So blessings, folks, and it was nice being here with you. We'll be right back on the platform a little later on today. Keep your notification bell on. If you have not liked or followed Caribbean American News, you need to do so because we might be on later on. I'm going to try to get the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, see if he can speak to us later today. I'm going to be touching base and see how I can pull some strings and we can get some of the, I'll try to get the Prime Minister of St. Lucia also a little later on. So just bear with us, folks, as we bring the information to you, the people of the region. Blessings, and we look for the best and hope for the best, all right? We're hearing here that Labrie is flooded with sand and seawater, the last I heard. Yes, that's the information that we got earlier, that Labrie is not in a good place. There's water, and there's some damage there in the south, all right? So we will continue with our broadcast a little later on. Folks, I got to take a break now, and then we'll be back later on. Blessings, thank you for your support to Caribbean American News Media Platform. That is the news you report, friends.
day again, Grenada, Caribou, and PG Martin. We are coming to you live from NADMA headquarters at the National Emergency Organization Center. We are committed to updating you on the progress of Hurricane Beryl and the impacts it is causing across Grenada, Caribou, and Petit Martinique. So at this time, I'd like to get an update from our friends at the Met Office, Miss Cassie Johnson. She's here standing by for an update.
Good day to you, my fellow Grenadians and Grenadians in the diaspora. As of 11:10 a.m. this morning, the location of Hurricane Beryl was at 12.5 degrees north, 61.5 degrees west, which is just about 30 miles northeast of the mainland of Grenada. The eye is currently over our sister island, Carriacou, so they are feeling a bit of relief at this time. However, it is not over. I stress it is not over. Beryl has strengthened and its winds is now 150 miles per hour. Category 5 hurricane is greater than 157 miles per hour. So we are at a very, very strong Category 4 hurricane. It's currently moving west-northwestward at 20 miles per hour, and the minimum central pressure has reduced to 950 millibars. I want to stress that even though the eye is over Carriacou at this point, it is not over. We are still expecting similar conditions to the east of the storm as it moves towards the west. The eye is over Carriacou, but the mainland of Grenada is within the eye wall and will not feel any relief at this time. We are still going to be experiencing strong winds and heavy rainfall. Here on the screen, you can see that Category 4 hurricane is between 130 to 156 miles per hour. And right now, Beryl is at 150 miles per hour with higher gusts in some parts of the eye wall. So we may be even feeling Category 5 winds at this point. With the current track, Beryl is expected to continue through Carriacou and towards the west into the Caribbean Sea, and we are expecting conditions to last up until about 4 p.m. today, so please bear with us. Please bear with us. Please remain safe. Do not venture out at this time. Please remain safe. It is not over. We are expecting the eastern end of the eye wall to move over us again and to give us some more showers and windy conditions in the upcoming hours. We will begin to feel some relief later on this evening, but we will keep you updated as time goes on. Back to you.
Thank you, Cassie. Again, it is a strong Category 4 hurricane, so at this time, no one should be outside. Just take every necessary precaution as you possibly can to stay safe and to keep your family safe. At this time, we want to hear from NADMA, Dr. Terence Walters.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Again, we are currently being impacted by a dangerous, strong Category 4 hurricane. And as the Meteorological Office representative here indicated, we can even experience gusts of a Category 5 hurricane. We have reports of devastation in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and other parts of the island on mainland have also experienced some significant damage. We're having reports. However, after the event, we will have to do the assessments to ascertain what has happened across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and then provide information as becomes necessary. NADMA has started its discussions with CDEMA on the immediate relief efforts, and CDEMA is preparing to deploy teams to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, because we understand that the sister isles, Carriacou and Petit Martinique, may have been impacted more significantly because the eye passing in that area. So again, we will provide the support that's necessary, and we are discussing with CDMA things like relief supplies, shelter and feeding, and other logistics that will be necessary to mount a robust relief program after this devastating hurricane. Again, just a few tips, okay, as you go through this hurricane. Please remember to try to be calm and provide support for those around you. So the people around you, provide some support for them. After the storm, we urge that you do not venture out in terms of going to sightsee. The meteorological office will issue the all clear, and that when the all clear is issued, the teams, the assessment teams, will be out doing their assessment. And remember, we are under a curfew, and we will only be allowed out when the announcement is made. So even though the all clear is given, you should not venture out. Okay? Even though the all clear is given, you should not venture out, because we are currently under a state of emergency and under a curfew, as Prime Minister mentioned earlier. And we will, from the agency here, we will make the announcements when people will be allowed to venture out. So we ask you, please do not go sightseeing. Wait for the all clear to be given, and wait for the instructions to be given when you can venture out. Again, it's a Category 4, a strong Category 4 hurricane, and we will experience dangerous winds, storm surge, a lot of rainfall, and there will be fallen trees, down utility poles and lines, and landslides, roof loss. And we ask that you be mindful of those things. And if you are in a shelter, or if you are at your home, or you're with friends, we ask that you remain where you are in a safe place until after the event. Okay? After the event. So we continue to collaborate with our partners to ensure that we mount a robust relief program after the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Walters, for your updates. We want to hear now from Prime Minister, Minister for National Security and Disaster Management.
Thank you, Press Secretary, and good morning again to the citizens of Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, our visitors and guests who are with us, and Grenadians in the diaspora and to the wider region. It has been a long morning, and perhaps an even longer morning for our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petit Martinique who are bearing the brunt of Hurricane Beryl. As you've heard from the Meteorological Office and the head of NADMA, it is a Category 4, very strong, almost borderline Category 5 hurricane. The expectation is that the damage in Carriacou and Petit Martinique is going to be extreme. Minister for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, Minister Tevin Andrew, indicated that there was devastation all around. We therefore expect that we will have to quickly transition into damage assessment and recovery and stabilization mode. And we are already beginning to look at our plans to make sure that we respond as quickly as possible to the needs of our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. We have reports of extensive storm surge. We have reports of extensive loss of roof and damage to buildings. There is no electricity on any of the islands, and communication is also difficult. Because of the rough seas and because the eye of the hurricane has just passed over Carriacou, we anticipate that we may be in for another 3 to 4 hours of intense wind, of strong storm surge, and there is the likelihood of even greater damage. And so in the circumstances, we have to continue to hunker down. We have to continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and we certainly hope that the hurricane moves on quickly so that we can get the opportunity, hopefully by late evening, to begin the damage assessment and the recovery operations. We will be working closely with our regional partners to make sure that we can do so. We suspect that Union Island is also bearing the brunt of some of the effects of the storm. I've been in contact with Prime Minister Gonzalez. He will provide an update to the region in relation to Union Island, but we will take a coordinated response, given that they're all Grenadine islands, to make sure that our citizens, brothers and sisters in the Grenadines are well served. I have already instructed the Housing Authority to make available to the citizens of Carriacou and Petite Martinique the Chinese-built affordable homes, so that if necessary, anyone who is without a roof over their head can have immediate access to the site for temporary housing. We have already given instructions to the Ministry of Finance and to the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs to identify any local suppliers in Carriacou who have stock on hand, whether it's water, canned goods, dry food, tarpaulins, ply, to make them immediately available so that we can mount the recovery efforts as soon as possible. As soon as it is safe to do so, I will journey to Carriacou to assess the damage and to give a full report to the nation. I want to stress, however, particularly for mainland, that while the eye of the hurricane did not pass over Grenada, we are expected to have a strong wind, storm surge, and continued heavy precipitation for the next several hours. The warnings, the advice, therefore remains in effect. We have several reports of damage to buildings, several reports of roofs being blown off, including the central police station on the Carnage. So even government infrastructure is impacted. The roof at the Monge Hospital has also been damaged, and steps have been taken to evacuate the patients there and to bring them in the lower level. So it is not just Carriacou that is bearing significant damage. Parts of Grenada is doing the same. And so we want to urge you to remain safe, to continue listening to the advisories that comes out from NADMA and the Met Office. To our citizens who are at the shelters, we are going to ask you to bear with us. It is not safe for us to send persons out on the roadways at this point in time to provide any further support or relief or supplies to you. So we're going to ask you to hunker down. The Met Office will be monitoring the system. We are prayerful and optimistic that by late evening it may become a bit safer for us to send relief out to you. But we ask you to bear with us, because we want to make sure that we do not endanger the lives of any workers in the meantime, while the wind is still strong and while the rain is falling. We will keep the state of emergency in place as per the emergency regulations. We will try to do the damage assessment as quickly as it can be done and in a safe manner. And then once we're able to do so, we will provide further updates to the nation. So again, widespread reports of destruction and devastation in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. We expect that we will still have very strong winds, storm surges, and more rainfall for the next 3 to 4 hours. So we have no choice but to continue to pray, to continue to hunker down, and to be safe. We do not have, as yet, any report of any loss of lives or injuries to persons, but that may change quickly. As you'd appreciate, in half an hour, Carriacou was flattened. And so you have to appreciate the ferocity and the strength of the hurricane, and therefore we are not yet out of the woods, and we are not able to say for sure that no one has been injured or there's been no loss of life as a result of the hurricane. But we will continue to receive the information. Of course, communication is now more challenged, but as soon as we have reliable and accurate information and we're in a position to share and update, we will continue to do so. So again, thank you very much for being good citizens. Thank you very much for the prayers and the support, and we'll continue to work through this difficult time. Rest assured, however, that Grenada will emerge from this stronger, more united, and better able to deal with hurricanes and other climatic events, as they no doubt will continue to happen in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, for your thorough updates and reminders. I want to say thanks again to everyone who has been listening and following the protocols especially, and big shout outs to our team at GIS, TNR, GBN, and MTV, and all the other media houses who have been carrying the feed and ensuring that the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are well informed. So thank you, and stay tuned for more updates.